Christian Michael Longo, born January 23, 1974, is a convicted murderer who killed his wife and 3 children in Oregon. Originating from Ypsilanti Township, Michigan, he married Mary Jane Baker at age 19 and they had 3 children together. He and his family often encountered financial difficulties due to his reckless spending habits. Murders. The Longos were a seemingly normal, middle-class family, and resided in Waldport, Oregon. Christian Longo was employed as a manager at a local Starbucks, and Mary Jane worked part-time as a Walmart cashier. Both were Jehovah's Witnesses and were active members of their church, having been born into the faith. By all accounts, the two were greatly consumed with raising their 3 young children, aged 2-4. The Longos were married in 1993. At the time of the murders, the couple had been married for 8 years and enjoyed sailing and jigsaw puzzles in their spare time. Mary Jane's friends later revealed to police that the couple had planned to divorce, but continue living together, in order to separate their finances due to Longo's frivolous spending habits. On December 17, 2001, the Longos' children were marked absent from school, and Mary Jane did not show up for work, which was uncharacteristic of her. A neighbor reported seeing her 1999 Dodge Grand Caravan parked in the driveway outside the Longos' home. Her keys, purse, and cigarettes were left on the vehicle's dashboard. The family was last seen together at church on Sunday morning, the day before. Once neighbors and friends realized that all 5 of the Longos were missing, a frantic search began. The body of 4-year-old Zachary Longo was found on December 19, 2001 in Linslow. Divers located the body of 3-year-old Sadie on December 22, less than a mile offshore in the Pacific Ocean. 34-year-old Mary Jane and their 2-year-old daughter Madison were found 5 days later. Mary Jane had been stuffed nude in suitcases found in the water near a ramp at Embarcadero Marina on December 27, 2001. Sadie was found the same day inside a different suitcase, dropped off of the same dock. An autopsy revealed that Sadie and Zachary were killed by asphyxiation while Mary Jane Longo and Madison had been strangled. Police have stated that if Zachary's body had not washed ashore, they would not have recovered the bodies of his sisters and mother for another 10 to 15 years due to the tide. By that time, Longo was wanted in connection with the murder of Mary Jane and their 3 children. After he fled the United States, he was recognized at a hotel in Cancun, Mexico on December 27, 2001. The next day, in Lincoln County, Oregon, a federal arrest warrant issued in the United States District Court for the District of Oregon charged him with multiple counts of aggravated murder and unlawful flight. He left the hotel on January 7, 2002, and was captured 6 days later without incident in the small town of Tulum, Quintana Roo, about 80 miles south of Cancun. He was taken into U.S. custody at George Bush Intercontinental Airport on January 14, 2002. He was sentenced to death in 2003. Years later, Longo admitted to being a narcissist in a letter he wrote to KATU-TV, a television station located in Portland, Oregon. He wrote that he eventually began studying what a psychologist said I was and came to terms with it, almost totally agreeing that he was right. His conclusion was the narcissistic personality disorder, which he called compensatory, basically self-centeredness related to a damaged core sense of self. When in Mexico, Longo used the name of Michael Finkel, the former New York Times reporter who later chronicled their experiences in his memoir True Story, which was adapted into a 2015 film starring James Franco as Longo and Jonah Hill as Finkel. Longo is currently incarcerated on death row at Oregon State Penitentiary. Capital punishment is still legal in Oregon, but there has been a moratorium on executions since 2011. See also FBI 10 Most Wanted Fugitives, 2000's list of death row inmates in the United States. List of fugitives from justice who are no longer sought. Further reading. References. External links.